We should all start that now. Hi guys, and welcome to This Is Us, where we start hard and finish light. Today we will be talking about what your ideal lockdown buddy is. But before we go on to start with today's topic, let me introduce you to our. So I'm just wondering what Tyler's doing. Let me introduce you to our panelists. Okay, so we have Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
How you doing, everyone? How you doing? Happy Valentine's Day for last week.
Yeah.
And then we have G. Hi, G. Evening.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi.
And then we have Jude. Hello, Jude.
Hi, guys. Good evening.
Okay, so we've had quite a few topics based around lockdown. So we've had social media, so how fake lives, real life problems. We've also had the topic on just lockdown. How are you doing? So if you've missed out on any of our previous topics, please just hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the notification as well. So go back, look at the previous topics that you've missed out on, as well as this one, and hit subscribe, hit the notification, and like our previous episodes. So today, who's your ideal lockdown buddy? Now, we've been in lockdown for some time, where most of us have had to retire into our bedrooms and really reflect upon who we are, where we're going, what we want, or what we're missing out on. Now, I've been struggling through this lockdown. I've been struggling with, some of you might think, okay, it's a lot of hair, but I'm not one to do my own hair. So if I was to ask, or if I was to be given the choice as to who I would have as a lockdown buddy, it would have to be a professional lockdown buddy. It would have to be my auntie, who's also my hairdresser, who knows how to make my hair look on point every time.
That's so handy.
It is. She can straighten, she can relax, although I don't relax my hair. My hair is natural. She can put it in braids.
Do you pay her?
Sorry?
Do you pay?
Of course, it's her profession. That's how she earns her money.
When it's
I'm
family,
for the small businesses.
Yeah.
I'm for the small businesses and for supporting my family and friends.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask Jude, if you could have anybody of any, and he's like, oh boy, me, yes, you, anybody of any profession, and you were locked down with, who would you choose and why?
If you asked me this question yesterday or last week, I would have said my hairstylist as well. The guy who did my locks one time in Peckham. You can see I've taken my locks off, so it got really bad, and I was losing my locks. Like I was having some midlife crisis, and I had to take my locks off. So yeah, so it would have been that guy from Peckham who could really do the twist properly to make me look like really, really, but I didn't have the opportunity.
The guy that will make you look fine, the one that will take the twist.
Not the guy that will make me look fine. That guy who did my locks. Come on, not the guy that will make me look fine. Come on, man. I know
what Jude is trying to say is he's already fine.
I'm fine.
Okay. Enhances the finest.
Hey,
enhances the finest. We apologize, sir. We apologize. And I think, G, you're sort of going down the same path as well. You'd go with sort of like a beauty stylist, somebody that does everything.
Right. Let me tell you about Anya, right? The lady's name is Anya. Shout out, Anya. I'm going to send this to her. She moved back to Poland, I think 2 Decembers ago or whatever. Yes, definitely 2 December. And I remember she gave me like 6 months notice because I was devastated.
Wow.
I knew it was coming. But she did everything. Even when I lived in London, I lived 10 minutes away from her. When I moved to Milton Keynes, I still went back to her. She did massage, hot stone, deep tissue, whichever kind of massage when she did it. She did manicures, not basic manicure, luxury manicure, luxury pedicure with the paraffin wax and the weird glove thingy you put on, and then it's been this heated thing. She did everything. She did all the waxing. She did everything. My beard, my mustache, my
beard.
Beard and mustache.
Trust me, there's a beard under here. Trust me.
Wow.
Concealer is walking.
My beard.
She did everything. And then basically I'd be there for like 5 hours. on a Saturday. I'll drive there an hour and a half, be there for 5 hours. She'll put candles on. She'll play the Plinky
That's
Plonky
some very
music.
intimate
She will
time.
feed me. She will give me champagne or wine
Oh
or tea,
boy.
whichever one I want.
Wait, how much
If
did
it's
you pay?
her lunchtime, she will feed me whatever she's cooked. I will eat it. She knew my allergies. She makes sure she cooks what I can eat. Or if I'm not hungry, she'll give me some biscuits I've never seen before in my life. It was just amazing. And
So she was beyond the
gist at the
stylist. If
core.
she's feeding you as well, that's
That's what I'm
something
saying. She
more.
was everything. I used to take
Yes.
short videos and pictures, and I sent to my sister. I think, guess where I am. She knew straight away where I was.
How much are you paying for this
Like,
kind of service?
I think the whole thing, I used to pay like £110 for the whole thing.
Wow.
And I saw her every 4. It literally depends on what I needed doing. She would
Yeah.
do everything. Even when I was pregnant, I used to go there. After I had the baby, me and the baby went there. It was just, it was
Are there other
amazing.
people in the salon when you're there as well?
No, this is the thing. She worked from home. So she had a room that was just for her spa business. So it was only one client at a time. So she always jokes that when it's myself or my sister that books on a Saturday, she doesn't take any other bookings because she knows we do everything on the menu. So I'll get there about 11 and I'll leave maybe 5 o'clock. And she had the
Wow.
Chinese just around the corner. So I'd order Chinese. Chinese would come just as I finish it. It was a whole day of joy.
Brilliant.
And then I'll drive all the way. The only problem was, Anya, you need to start paying for, I did Uber, they'll take me home. Because the last thing I want to do afterwards is drive. It was amazing. But I used to always come out there feeling like a new person. I would sleep. If I sleep, she'll let me stay. I'll say, if I sleep, let me sleep. She'll let me sleep. I'll wake up, and there's plinky plonky music, there's champagne waiting for me. It was just amazing. So if I could be in lockdown with anybody, it would be her, because she did that's the first professional I'd pick. It would be her. She did everything.
I would want an Anya too, so that she could take all my beards, you know.
Anya was amazing. Anya was amazing. I didn't even have to tell her anything.
I'll stick to my auntie Carol, who's been doing my hair since I was about 9 years of age. I've never shifted. But talking about
the thing
hair,
is, Dee, you have natural hair, so it's different.
It's not always been natural. I only turned natural. The last time I relaxed my hair is when I got married, about 5 years ago. So this is a natural journey of 5 years. But I've always had long hair, but I've had it relaxed. But she's the one I wouldn't let anybody else touch my hair.
Yeah, I know exactly. I used to
one.
have a lady like that. And when she told me she was moving back to Nigeria, I went, She'd done my hair
almost
for
collapsed.
years.
You're like, what am I going to do?
I said, I'll be bald. I said, I'll going to be bald. There's no, even till now, she's still the one that gives me tips on what to do from Nigeria.
Look like.
I've been bald before. I've been bald twice. I've been bald twice. Like, I was fed up. I shaved it off twice. Hair for me is no problem. I have enough wigs to cover it up, so it's good.
No, that's not
but
bald.
I
man.
rock
that's
a bald look.
Shaving is different from bald, though. I'm talking about
you know what?
bald.
Talking about hair, Tyler, one of our viewers has noticed. Where's your hat? Where's your cap?
Exactly.
I know.
Listen, I had to change
That's the signature look.
Because I'll be thinking that people like thinking, has this guy got a bald head or something? So
what's wrong with bald head?
It looks good.
There ain't nothing wrong with bald head, but I'm still. I know it's receding, but it's still there. You know what I mean? So just
you want people to know you still have hair.
Don't break your neck.
It's still young. So exactly, you can't get chiropractor. Exactly.
This week, and the guy broke my neck. I'm not even joking. He broke my neck.
He did, yeah. See,
I've got to go back there.
About that.
I'm scared. I'm scared to go back.
But Tyler, you wouldn't mind being locked down with a masseuse.
I know, but not a chiropractor. A nice masseuse.
Somebody to get the body feeling.
Oh my God! Listen, if I had a professional masseuse here, I used to go to a place before in Crouch End before I moved from that area. But I used to go to a place there. I used to have a nice, relaxing massage. Our full body. Full body. When they do the feet and
I'm feeling it.
I would have that. I would live with a professional masseuse, man. Because imagine every day having a body massage.
That honestly, in your own house as well. That would be the icing on the cake if it's in your own house. Like, you just go to sleep.
And the oils and everything. Oh man, that would be an ideal lockdown buddy for me, man, because that's just amazing.
That's what I feel like I need right now.
You look like you need one, Dee. honestly.
That's why
What are you
I
trying?
need
What are you
one
trying
right
to
now.
say?
Just
What are you trying? What are you
somebody
trying
for
to
the
say?
neck, the
No,
back,
D
just
D
to,
looks like she needs what I call a full MOT.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
a full
No, that's what I
MOT.
call it.
No, that's
When from the hair to the
head
toes.
to the
That's what
toe.
I call
That
full
means something else to
MOT.
Jude. That means something else to Jude.
It means something else to me
Ah,
as well.
jeez.
No, I put my hand up. When you say MOT, it means something else to me.
No, but the
That's a
human
completely
body
different topic.
also needs
Exactly.
the human body also needs MOT.
Yeah, the
You
full
need to make
anatomy,
But
you
that's
sure.
know.
a different topic.
What is
No,
I don't know what you people are talking
See,
about. What are you guys talking
it's a
about?
different topic. We'll keep it for another evening.
I'm just
Oh,
saying, I sometimes would say that the engine needs servicing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's the
wait,
MOT
wait, wait,
side
wait,
of
wait,
it.
wait, 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 wait.
It's a
Do you know
different
what's
topic.
confusing me? Do you know why I'm getting confused?
We're
We're
going
all
off
married
topic
here.
now.
We're
Uh-huh.
married here, so I don't understand.
Uh-huh.
I know if a single person said MOT, I can understand the innuendo. But am
I
I
say it to my
just
husband. The engine needs MOT now. Oh yeah, we need
oh
servicing.
Yeah.
right.
Even when you said the single person and the married person, the single person normally gets more than the married person. So like,
Not
Exactly.
always though.
Yeah, they
Not
do. They do.
always.
They do. They do.
it's
They do.
husbands,
You
Not
get
it's
full
married
always.
people that
MOT.
need to get MOT.
They get bespoke
No,
MOT.
not
Okay,
always. I
we
know a
will
lot
come
of
back.
single people that don't
We'll come
get
back. We'll come
a
back to that.
regular
We'll come back to
MOT,
this.
but
Yeah,
The single people go
that'll
to
be a
the
different.
single people go to different test centers,
Now,
whereas the married person is in
when
the
I
same
first
test
thought
center.
about this, when I first thought about a professional, I know I've said my hairdresser, but I also thought perhaps somebody that will help me spring clean, a cleaner, or somebody that can help me tidy up the house. So I thought of maybe like a professional housekeeper. So somebody that will help me just make sure everything's where it should be, so that I can just sit down and enjoy whether it's my cocktails
but
or
cleaners are an essential worker. Like I didn't stop mine because they're deemed essential workers. As long as they have the full PPE kit, if they need to temperature
the.
check everything, it's because mine still comes. And
So
for
that
anybody
means I have to change
wondering,
my lockdown partner. So I've got the professional cleaner as a professional housekeeper as an essential worker. So
yeah,
let me
they
swap.
are.
Let me change my professional lockdown buddy. So what I
Mm.
would then take is a fitness chef. So somebody that will cook all my
Did you say
meals.
fitness chef?
Oh yes, a fitness
Oh, right.
Ah, I
Okay.
chef.
see. Okay. Special
So
diet.
Okay.
they'll
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
change all my meals, but they'll also be a personal trainer. So they'll tell me, get down and give me 20. Stand up and give me 60 stand up. Somebody that's there around the clock, wake me up from my bed. Oh yeah, breakfast. Oh yeah,
No, 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 no,
it's
no.
what I
Don't
need.
wake
I
me
can
up.
live
You
military
see, it's
style.
what she needs, though.
That's
It's
dope.
what
I
I
can't.
need.
I've walked out of a spin class before because they were shouting at me in my ear. Like, Kiniko, you know the thing when they say turn the something, I don't know the word they use, and the guy was shouting here. And this is the same guy that taught me yoga the day before. So I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, why are you
Ah,
shouting, man? And I was like, stop shouting at me. I don't like being shouted at. Even my dad doesn't shout at me. He's shouting, shouting. I was like, I'm leaving. And I left by force.
Yeah. No,
So
for
I can
me,
never
I
do the
think
military boot camp because of the shouting.
I need
ah.
it. Even when I'm doing fitness classes now, as soon as I see they're not looking at my screen, I sit down. Then you hear, D, come on, stand up. I would, I hope they're not watching, but when you go down onto the floor and then you start doing all the floor exercises,
Yeah,
because they
yeah,
can't see me, sometimes I just lay flat.
yeah. Lie down. I've
Then
done
all I
that
hear is,
before.
D, D. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yes. I've done that once before.
I've been told how you could really get away with those Zoom thingies. You just pretend that you're frozen, just act like, and they'll let you be, and you go blank. That's what I've been told last week.
But then I think that defeats the whole essence of it, because you sort of paid money to be part of
Well,
the
we're
system.
humans, though. We're humans.
Exactly.
We're humans. We're not
Exactly. Yeah.
machines.
Yeah.
We're humans.
Yeah. But I think, Tyler, you also wouldn't mind having a professional chef,
Yeah,
if I'm
no,
correct.
definitely, man. Because I just think similar to what you said, I guess food prep, especially because we have a daughter. And sometimes if my wife's working from home or if I'm doing some editing or whatever, and then you have to children eat like mad, as we all know. Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack.
Tyler, it has not started yet. Wait till she's a
Oh, it's
bitch. Maybe
started
yours
already,
only
man.
like
I can imagine when they get older.
wait.
So yeah, so their food on top of my food on top of our food. Yeah, if you had a chef at home constantly just making, at least for them 3 main meals anyway, I think that would be an amazing touch, man. Because then you can just get on with what you need to do, and you know that food is ready, food is served.
Yeah, you can just open the fridge and all. Because some of them they can come and do the food prep for you and put it in your fridge for you. So they come to your house, use your stuff. And when this is before pandemic, obviously, use all your stuff. You just tell them what to cook. You bought all the ingredients. They do everything. Put it in your fridge. Wash up your pots or put them in the dishwasher and leave. Oof, I knew somebody that was their business, and you would tell her what you tell her. I'll find her again. You tell her what you want done, what you want cooked. She'll come to your house.
But
cook
I hear
everything.
you all. I hear you all. You've been promoting other people's business, but take a step back and just appreciate yourselves. You're doing it.
I food prep.
You're killing it.
Prep my own food.
You know you're doing it. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing it. I've got three children. Look, they don't eat the same thing all the time, man. Yep. When I get in the kitchen, I'm there for the whole day. I'm on my feet, and
Is it just you that cooks at home?
Yeah.
So when I'm in the kitchen, my kitchen is a bit small because I haven't got my dream home. So when I'm in the kitchen, look, I don't care whether you're my Juliet or you don't invade my space in the kitchen. You have to leave. So the kitchen is small, so I know on my space. And you know when you put peppers there, you put tomatoes there, you put onions there. You want to go like this blindly and pick this and pick that. You don't want somebody standing and you grabbing something else. No, you just want your space. So you know what I mean. So 3 children, they don't want same food. All of them want different things. This one want to eat that. I want to eat that. I got to make everything. Wow. So pat yourself on the back, man. You're doing great. You want a professional chef. You'll be paying for that. You're not paying yourself for doing this. So trust me, you're doing very fantastic. You're doing great. Superb job.
But it's tiring.
But like G said, I'm coming there. Like G said, it's going to get tougher when you have more than one. And D just said it's tiring. It is tiring. I've just said, pat yourself on the back, but we need that pampering. I'm saying this, I've got a cousin who told me, Guy, I get cleaner to come clean. I get cook to come do some cooking some weekend. And actually, it's very good. You need it. You're not just contributing to somebody else's life by paying them a salary, but you're doing yourself a great favor by giving yourself a break. But pat yourself on the back. You're doing great, but it is tiring. It is exhausting. And we should cultivate that culture of getting somebody in to pay that person and say, do this for us and let's catch a break and just put your feet up. Trust me.
When I think back, because I don't know if this goes off topic, but it still links into the whole having a chef or somebody to cook at home. I remember because I had my primary years in Nigeria, and back home you'd have somebody to help you with to help with the clean, the domestics. So there's I know some people think, oh, you can do it, but if you've got the means, if you can afford to, I'd say do so. And you are helping somebody else, because there are people out there where those are the jobs that you're helping businesses in regards to, if you need that help, why not? But I'm going to sort of move on from that, because I think we have somebody in the house who's seeking from a heart. They would love somebody who can taste whiskey. Now, I'm a whiskey girl.
Oh boy.
I'm known as a JD girl because I love my Jack Daniels. Well, G, you're saying, what do you mean? So it's obviously not you. Tyler's just sitting there with a smile.
No, but you're not a real whiskey person. You're not a real whiskey person if you said JD is your main whiskey.
You're not.
JD is horrible.
Or a commercial
JD is disgusting. The only JD that's nice is JD Honey. That's the only one that's nice.
That's absolutely disastrous. Don't even.
That's why I said it's the only one I have tried that I like.
That's the terrible one.
I love JD. No one can beat me. I'm the Jack Daniels girl. But
there are some Jack Daniels that are good though. There are some Jack Daniels that are different.
I only know 2: the original one and
no. There are some Jack Daniels. A bottle costs 50 quid plus. That one is quite good. It's different from this regular honey and stuff. Yeah. It's quite different.
Okay. Well, I guess it's you experts that would know about it.
No, we're not experts yet. That's why I need a whiskey
connoisseur. Yes, you said yes.
What did you say, G?
You said yes. You're not experts yet.
Sorry,
no, we're not experts yet.
You would like a whiskey connoisseur.
Yeah.
To be your lockdown buddy.
Yeah.
For me, I'd love to be the fly on the wall while you're tasting all the whiskeys. I'd like to know how, I don't know, because for me, after about 2 glasses of maybe some whiskey and Coke mix, I'm gone. So I don't understand how you can taste all those different brands and still be strong with your cigar.
Yeah, I've actually done it before. I've done wine and I've done a bit of whiskey, and it is crazy though. You get this whole crazy headache the next day because you're drinking different stuff. But that's the beauty of it. That's why it's called the wine tasting or whiskey tasting. You do different. Before I attended it, I didn't know that was all it was. I thought maybe we'll just get a brand and that's what we'll deal with the whole night. No, it's even more crazy. And the people who come through the door, man, we're talking aristocrats. We're talking very, very rich people. So they have rich taste and they've grown, their taste buds have grown
But
over
can I
time.
ask a question?
Yeah, go on.
Does whiskey, because I think the reason I don't like JD is because of this, I think the smell or the taste, I can't remember.
It's
So
got that strong
in
smell,
my
yeah.
mind,
That's JD.
all whiskey
No,
tastes
no,
like
no,
that. So
no,
I've not
no,
tried
no,
any other
Right.
whiskey because
no.
I like Hennessy and I like Courvoisier, more Hennessy because that's what my husband has. And anytime he's drinking Hennessy, I'm like, give me a sip, I'll have a sip. But in terms of whiskey, I don't know anything about. So
So we're
in my
talking
mind, I
about the
think everything would
Scottish
smell like
whiskies. We're talking
the.
about Scotch whiskies, like
Yeah.
Oh,
10-year-old.
so
They start from
that's
eight.
different. That's different
Yes, it's different.
to
The JD is a
JD.
bourbon from America. We're talking
Yeah.
about the 8 year
Like
olds,
Right.
the 10
Bell's
years,
and
the 12 years, the 20 something, the 50 years old whiskeys. Talking about whiskeys that up to a
Yeah.
bottle, there's one that somebody was putting on Instagram recently. It cost equivalent of 17 million naira for a
wow.
bottle of a Glenfiddich. It's a 50-year-old
I've
Glenfiddich.
heard of that. I know that
I've
name. I've
heard
heard of that.
Glenfiddich.
Yeah, it's
I've
my
heard
favorite
that.
whiskey. It's my go-to whiskey. The only reason I don't like Glenfiddich is it's got a loud mouth. You just turn it, it keeps turning. I don't want that. I want my whiskey to stay a bit longer. So I go for the one with a smaller mouth. It's quite expensive, though. It's a quite
Can
expensive
you just
taste.
control the pouring yourself?
No, you can't control when it's got a very loud mouth. Tell me about it.
Oh,
but,
okay.
but having said that, though, with whiskey, it's all about the aesthetics. It's all about that. When you go and look at art and you want to buy an art piece, you're looking at, oh, Picasso did this. You're looking at the long term, okay, gain from that. It's all the aesthetics around it. So whiskey is
Hmm.
just like, oh, that's sophisticated, aristocratic, around. I hold the cigar and I hold a glass.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not different from having it's quite different from having a kind of Stella, but it's all about that. Because I tell you the truth, why I said this, I've bought cheap whiskey and I poured it into a very expensive whiskey bottle because I couldn't afford that. Yeah, yeah. Listen, my friend will watch this now. He's watching already, and I gave it to my friend. He couldn't tell the difference. I was like, "You're drinking that?"
Oh.
And him thinking
Right.
I drank that nice whiskey. He actually drank rubbish that I normally don't drink, and he didn't know the difference. So you see where I'm coming from. Most of these rich guys who go there, they think, "Oh, give them a Jack Daniels and tell them it's Glenfiddich." They'll say, "Oh, it's got a sour taste. It's nice." Blah, 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 blah. You're saying rubbish. It's all about that sophisticated look, that air around you.
Yeah.
Like,
I hear
I'm
you.
with the big boys, keeping up with the Joneses. But for me, though, my whiskeys are straight and they're mostly Scotch whiskeys. The only Irish whiskey I like is Jameson. You know,
I've heard
Oh,
of Jameson, but
oh,
again,
it's pure, it's
I've
nice, it
never
works very
tried
smooth.
any other
It works very
whiskey
smooth when I
apart
drink it
from.
neat.
I
Okay.
can't drink it
I'm
neat. I can't
I'm
drink
learning.
anything neat. I need to mix. I'm not a learner, but I just need to mix. I
If
Right.
you
need
if
Sorry.
you
to.
do mix
I
your drink,
even
just
ginger
stick with
tea.
your JD.
I
Stick
put
with your
Captain
JD.
Morgan inside my ginger tea.
Oh boy.
I'll stick to my JD.
I need to
I will.
try that. I need to try that. I need to try that.
G. So you're the lady that likes to walk around with heels. I can't,
Uh,
but I'm giving you that whole.
well,
I
there's
salute you for
a.
all women, but heels to dance. So you want a
Let me
dancing
let
sister?
me let me give you a disclaimer. I liked heels before the pandemic. Today, I do not know what the heel would be saying if I put it on. They're probably saying no. I was saying
You're
to you
talking
before
about
we came on air that last summer I hadn't worn heels for 3 months. So I thought, let me practice. So I put on a wedge heel. When I say wedge heel, it was all one level. There was no, normally wedge heel starts small and then it gets bigger. This was just all one level. So it's literally just walking on platforms.
A platform.
I walked outside my house and I fell off the shoe. It was
Wow.
slippers, wedge slippers, and I fell off against my own car. I had to pick myself up, look around, make sure no neighbors saw me, walk back into my house and put on normal slippers. From then on, I said, okay, I need to practice wearing heels. So for the next, I don't know how many weeks, I used to just wear heels for fun around the house. I even bought a pair of shoes, like 3 pairs of shoes. Then I found a lady online that, and back in the day, I used to do something called Diva Dance, which is basically this guy. He was the most amazing dancer. He used to teach us how to dance like Beyonce dances and like a whole routine and everything. It was amazing. We did it all in trainers, but for those people that went on to do, because it was at Sadler's Wells in London, Sadler's was the actual school.
Yeah.
So if you paid a certain amount, you can actually go on stage for the final show when you graduate or whatever. And then you'd have to wear the heels and everything. Me and my friends never signed up for that because like we can barely do this in trainers and look sexy, let alone without you. So we then decided, so I then thought, okay, I've always wanted to go back to that. So I found this lady online on Instagram. She's Nigerian. I think she used to be a lawyer or something, but she went to open a dance school and she's doing all these dances, all this amazing. She made it look so easy. So I contacted her and she's like, yeah, I can teach you what I was doing. I was like, oh, okay. So I remember I just wore the lowest heel I thought I had. And I put them on. I could see, you know, when you can see yourself dancing. And I was like, oh my God. I looked drunk without drinking anything. I just looked drunk and falling over the place. And I remember I said, I really want to do the course. So for me, and she even said, oh, you're wearing the wrong shoes. You have to wear this. It has to be this height and shaking it on and open toe and blah, blah, blah. She gave me all these pointers, but she gave me the small bits I learned. I felt like Beyonce, which was amazing. So, and it's fitness because the kind of positions you have to hold in heel. Imagine doing a squat, a basic squat, but in heel.
Your thighs.
So for me,
glutes,
you know how you said you want
work.
to do your military training, whatever. That's my idea of a fitness, whatever. At the minute, I'm doing a country line dancing program. It's amazing, but I don't have to wear heels, which is fine. But that whole to wear heels and dance and still look good and you're sweating, that would be perfect for me. So if I could get her to physically come here from Nigeria to teach me, and I think the fact that she's Nigerian kind of adds an extra something to it because, you know, you're used to, no offense, mostly white Caucasian people doing it, but to see a Black Nigerian Yoruba person doing it, you're like, hey, me too, I can do it. It gives that extra confidence that you can do it as well. So apart from Anya, my one woman spa, I definitely would like to. Imagine just being able to sashay into a room and do all the hair flick and look like you actually know what you're doing.
Yes.
That would be all I need to do is rent someone to carry my Beyonce fan around with me so the hair will keep blowing.
I'm here. Rent me.
Walking in there, yeah. That's how you be entering.
Yes, that's what I want.
Okay, so each of the panelists has mentioned 2 professionals or people of a profession that they would like to have with them if in lockdown. So I'm going to ask our viewers, please, if you want to just add it into the chat, into the comments, who would you or which professionals would you like to spend lockdown with? And while you're doing that, if you can just hit the subscribe and the notification button and also hit the like. But what we've also done is we've also thought about, okay, if we could be in lockdown with a celebrity or somebody of some fame that's out there. Me?
What did you go for?
Cool. Oh, he's dark. Oh my
Don't say
goodness.
Idris Elba.
Oh no.
Oh God,
Morris
okay.
Chestnut.
Really?
That's obvious though, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Why was it obvious?
Why is he your choice?
Morris
Why?
Chestnut he's just, you just.
What are you gonna do with him?
Okay. So what are you gonna do with him?
Kyla, that's a real question. She can find things for him to do.
Say, my husband, you already know. You are Morris Chestnut. I will do what I do with my husband. Morris.
Wow.
CDH.
Morris Chestnut. Okay.
Well,
Morris
the thing is, Morris, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I've
had a crush on Morris Chestnut.
You took this to another level.
Yeah, but I've never got the appeal of very good-looking men. Anyway, maybe that's just me.
I thought we were talking about people that can enhance us during lockdown.
No, we finished that one.
Yeah, Maurice Chester.
Me.
Maurice Chester
That
will
one
I'm
now.
not going
enhance
to
her.
lie. He can
Yeah,
enhance
enhance
me.
her.
That's right. You can enhance many
I will
things.
just sit there and just be like,
Enhance me, Morris.
just the whole time, just to sit there like, come on, Morris. Yes, Morris. I'm here for it. Okay, so Jude.
Did you
I've
say
got
G?
Morris.
No,
No, I
Jude.
said Jude. I've got Morris.
Oh.
Who would you take?
You want
Okay.
one or two?
All right.
Just give us one. One for now.
Okay. I'm choking already. Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys.
See, no, respect to the brothers, Swiss Beats. Look, Alicia Keys, man. I had a big fight with my sisters in Hammersmith when I was working there. I love that woman. She's so talented. She could play any instrument. She could do anything. She could sing, and she's just gorgeous. I love her, and all the stuff without makeup and all that. That's just wow. So Alicia Keys will be my oh boy. Respect to Sweet Beats. I don't want Sweet Beats tracking me anywhere. Alicia Keys will be the one celebrity I want to spend the lockdown with. Apologies to my wife too, but Alicia Keys. She knows already.
Oh no,
Alicia Keys will be the one.
Should know, yeah.
Alicia Keys will be the one.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
I
very
think
beautiful.
your other half should always know who your celebrity.
No, she knows already. Apart from Alicia
Exactly,
Keys,
yeah.
she knows another one. She's quite old. I shouldn't say old. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Helen Mirren.
She is old though.
Okay.
That's
She's
all
old.
right.
You said
She's
it,
old.
not
Yeah,
me.
yeah. It's fine. I'm a woman. I can say it. She's old.
No, but
You said it,
Alicia
not
Keys
me.
is very grounded. As much as she's a very beautiful young lady, she has done. I'm trying to remember the name of her foundation. She's
Yeah, she's doing a
actually
lot.
doing
Yeah.
more than just her music. So
No, she's so talented.
she's
She's just for me. She's
so
she's like
you'd actually have good conversations with her.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because I've watched documentaries on her. I've watched shows about her. I've watched things that she's done. I've watched.
You're a proper fan, no?
No, I love Alicia Keys, and this has been from
Oh.
long time. And you see the old beautiful thing. It came as a round cycle. Sweet Beats was one of my favorite as well when I was growing up. Sweet
He's
Beats
one of my
I
favorite
love his beats.
producers. I really
He's
like.
produced a lot of people, and
He's
because
very
I'm not
good.
the type who will just listen to music and throw the back CD away. I'll read, and I will see that a lot of my favorite artists they were produced by Sweet Beats, and I just love Sweet Beats so much. And
I met him once in New
when I
York.
found out they got married, I was like, what? These are my favorite
I
people.
just don't like how they got married. Though. It was very messy. He was still with his ex-wife.
Oh, I don't
That's
know
the
any
only
of
thing
that.
I don't like.
Maybe I try to ignore that. But I love Sweet Beats.
That's when my respect for Alicia Keys, not so much Sweet Beats, because I don't know, for some reason I was like, he's a man, I kind of expect it. But for her, my respect for her dropped a little bit. Kind of.
Yeah.
Want to break and all that. But yeah.
So Alicia Keys for me.
But yours is Cardi B.
Oh yeah, do you know I was racking my brain trying to remember who I put in. The funny thing is when we were faced with this task to think of celebrities, I honestly couldn't think of one. And then I realized that the day before I was watching something she did. I don't know if you said she's doing this like Cardi B tries, when she tries like different professions every week. It's on Facebook Watch. And it's really fun. It's only like 15, 20 minutes long. It's really funny. So the only reason I selected her was because she's one of the few celebrities I follow that I like how she's herself all the time. There's no polished part of her and the home part of her. Last week she posted a video of her just lying on the couch and her daughter's putting makeup on her. Like she looked like she'd been beaten up, So for me, and then, she claps back at people that say stuff or whatever, that's fine. And I don't understand anything she raps about, by the way. So it's got nothing to do with the music. It's more her personality that I really like. Like I'm all for bringing your true self and your authentic self to everything you do. And I feel that that's what I get from her, which is why I picked her.
Sorry to cut you short. I think I like Cardi B a lot because of what you said. I like Cardi B because
it's the personality.
that fact that she can clap back. And that's what I like about Rihanna. They clap back. I like people who clap back. Man, this is me. Take it.
And they do it so well that you can't even come back. you know.
I love Cardi B for that.
And
Cardi B
I
has
don't
been
follow her. I know her music, but I
I follow
love her
her.
for
I follow her.
clapping
She's one of the
back.
few celebrities I follow.
I love her for clapping back. I
she's one
love
of the
that
most
aspect.
influential female rappers, Cardi B. As much as we're saying, okay, we don't really follow her music, she's very influential in what she says.
When I say I
Some
don't
of her
follow her
music
music,
has
I
got
don't
politics in it.
understand it. This is the thing. This is the other thing. During the
Oh,
elections, when she talked about politics and this, and she went to interview this person, that person, I had so much respect for her. And there was one video I watched where she said, just because I look the way I look and I don't talk well, and I used to be a
well,
stripper,
yes.
and I said I know what people want and what people need, and she was coming from a marginalized background, so she knew what she was talking about, and my respect for her just went up. It's one thing to be famous and not use your platform, your fame, to effect change or speak out or something, and it's another thing to just show all the bags and shoes you're buying and twerk, and that's it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with what you said. I don't know much about Cardi B. I don't really listen to her music because of some things I've heard. I don't really like some of the things she says, so I don't listen to her music. But I agree with what you said. You can use your platform with whatever you do. However, the one thing I don't understand is not just Cardi B, but people like Cardi B is you're an influencer to many young women. So why do you chat the kind of stuff you chat when you don't need to? That's what I don't get. But that's another conversation. But I just, do you know what I
mean? Well, give me an example so I can understand.
It's another conversation. Let it go.
Yeah, just some of the just basically some of the nasty lyrics. Like I'm like,
yeah. Of course, it's not Cardi B's
fault.
Oh,
like I said, I don't know anything about her music. I don't get it. I don't. The ones
what I like about her is the fact that she claps back. That's where it ends.
Yeah.
I like clapping back, man.
And then
you just like to fight.
Tyler just said, okay. He said with Cardi B, he's not like, as much as she takes the platform and uses it for whether it's to bring out the right words to ensure that her what's the word, how she feels about certain topics is heard. She does use it for that. But then Tyler, you've gone for somebody that, how would I put it? I just think you'd be laughing. I would love to be in lockdown with one of the persons you've chosen. Yeah. But if I got there before you, I would have gone for that. And that was Kevin Hart.
Come on.
Because he would have you, as much as Mr., he would have you in stitches. I'm pretty sure that's probably why you chose him, or unless there's something else. But tell us, Kevin Hart.
Let me put a disclaimer out there, because you guys all chose someone that you basically want to make love to. That's not the reason why I chose.
I don't want to make love to Alicia Keys. I don't want to make love to Alicia Keys.
I do not want to make love to Cardi B. What are you talking about?
Oh, not you.
That's not what I said.
I didn't
say that. I didn't say that. You didn't hear from me.
Chuck Norris and Morris and all these people.
Chuck Norris is a different.
Yeah. So anyway, Kevin Hart. Simply because of that, because I think that guy is just funny, man. Like he's not actually my favorite comedian. And my favorite comedian is actually Dave Chappelle. But anyway, Kevin Hart, I think, would just be jokes to just and you know what I'd like to see, because he tells a lot of this. You know, his whole stand-up comedy is about stories that he tells, his personal life and all this kind of stuff. I would love to see if he's actually really like that in real life, and if the stories he talks about are actually from his day-to-day, or whether they're a bit made up and whatever or not. You know, when he's scared of things and all this kind of stuff.
Can you imagine him on a Zoom call? Can you imagine being on a Zoom call with Kevin Hart?
You see, I really don't like Kevin Hart. I don't
like him.
Enjoy his jokes at all. The Chappelle, Mooney and all, but look, this is why I say we're fluid. Life is fluid. You can change over time. Like what Tyler said in one of the episodes, and how people can change and shift your mindset. It's about that balance and finding a common ground. I watched a movie that he did. I've forgotten the title, and maybe it's because of my social work background, where this older white man, millionaire, he became a carer for the man. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I'm not seeing that.
No.
Go watch it. Kevin Hart became a carer for him. That just changed my perspective about him. And something else he did. Somebody found some guy from Africa who really looked like him, split image. And Kevin Hart just said, I need to look for this guy. And there was some other kid from Nigeria who did a watermark drawing of him. And he pasted somewhere. I said, if you can make this get to Kevin Hart, I'll be grateful. And Kevin Hart said, it got to me. I want to buy this. I want to support. You see, those things that makes us humans is what I like about people. Because at the end of the day, all this facade about all these, Kevin Hart is just a human. Chris Rock is a big comedian, but behind the scenes, what goes on, people don't see that. People only see the end product. They don't see the in-betweens. This is what I like about Kevin Hart. The fact that he went from being a comedian and did that role in that movie, touched about how he became a carer for a rich white man, a black carer for a rich white man. He played that role so much. I was in tears when I watched that.
So it wasn't a comedy then?
No, it's a shame that I can't remember the title, but I'm pretty sure if you just type Kevin Hart on Google, what it's been on, you'll get it. It was just amazing.
He only did comedies.
No. It's in a film with Chris Rock with the guy with the muscles.
I think I can picture the film. I'm just trying
to. The Rock Man. The Rock Man. He did some movie with The Rock as well.
Yeah, but they're normally sort of like comedies. I didn't know he did a serious movie.
So so that movie just
I'd like to see that
about him. And then little things like you go on Instagram and say, can Kevin be tagged on this? And he responds and say, I have seen this, I'm supporting this. That just gets me, because at the end of it all, it's just a man like the rest of us. So that's
what I like about him is that he's just such a hard worker. Like, you've seen it from his stand-up when he was doing these tours to the films. This guy would just be constantly on the go, traveling here, traveling there. I remember following him a few years ago when he was doing one of his world tours. And the guy, I know so many people have done that, but just the work ethic, and then his training on the side, and like, I just think, like, hands down, like, he's a go-getter, man. He's a prime example.
I think so too. Because to get to the level of that,
there's no taking away the fact that he's funny. So for me, someone like that, yes, he's funny, granted, give him that. It's like how Jude said and what Tyler said as well, all the other stuff he does. Like when he was promoting, I don't know, what was that, his first movie, like the stand-up thing, the I can't remember the name, what now or what next or something. When he did that, he was saying he pitched it to quite a few, I don't know, film houses or whatever to distribute, and they just didn't have they just didn't think it was good enough or big enough or whatever. And he decided to do it off his own back and produce it and pay for it and everything. And it's that kind of thing, of that mentality of betting on yourself when nobody else is going to give you the opportunity. Once I heard him talk about, so when I hear him talk about seriously stuff, I prefer, because yes, we know you're funny. Yes, we know you can, hold the truth. My favorite thing he does is when he dances, because he can't dance. So that's my favorite thing that he does when because he's so stiff and he just stands there and does all this, That's what I like was that he does. He did one recently, some rap song, I don't know. But I think I like that I've heard other very bad stuff about him. But
he's human.
Again, he's human. Thank you. He's human.
And we also have to be thankful, because he had an accident, didn't he? Where
he had a very bad accident. Very, very bad accident.
Where they thought he had spinal injury. They thought he may not be able to walk
last year,
again.
the year before. Yeah. Like I saw the picture of the car. The car rolled off the road, is somersaulted, I don't know how many times. He had to wear like
my gosh.
I think he broke his back or something, and they had to have surgery. And he had to wear a back brace for like 6 months or something.
He did amazing to come out of that, man. Like, that was...
Honestly, like, even he doesn't know how he survived. Wow. Yeah. It was a terrible accident. Terrible accident. Yeah. And he wasn't even driving.
Jude, you've got another female that you would love to have.
I thought you was done with me.
He's got...
No. Oh, yeah, tell us.
Charlize Theron. Is that how you pronounce it?
Charlize Theron.
Okay, yeah. Charlize Theron. Sorry I murdered your name, Charlize Theron.
Beautiful lady.
No
She's
more
beautiful.
Now. Huh? She doesn't want you anymore now. You can't say her name.
What did you say? She's a single lady?
No, I said she's a beautiful lady. I actually learned a bit about her.
She's single. She's single, Jude. You can get it.
Is she single?
No. Good luck
to
her.
Yeah, she's single.
Oh, yeah, she's single, but she's adopted children. She's adopted 2 or 3 children.
Thank you, G. Good luck to her. D, continue what you were saying.
I I think I learned a few things about her. As in, I didn't realize she was South African, born and
How can
raised
she's
you
South
not
in
African.
South
know?
Africa.
Yeah.
She
I
is.
don't
She
follow
is South
Charlize
African.
Theron. I didn't realize that. But tell us why did you choose Charlize Theron?
I think
Did
I
you?
can't remember the movies off the back of my head now, but there's one she did recently about some people having ancient powers and they don't die. But her movies, I
Oh, I've
love her
seen
movies.
that movie.
It's
I've seen it.
beautiful. She's been with in movies with
Amazing
Jane
movie.
Hackman, if I'm
She
not
was on her
Yeah.
way
if I'm
dying,
not
wasn't she? She was fading away.
No, she would
which one?
die. They were basically immortals. So
Yes,
she
they
would
were
die.
immortals.
They'll come back. They'll die. They'll come
And
back
But
in.
anyway,
she
the
was
truth,
going to die, and they just got a new one come on board. So she
yeah,
was the one that was going to
yeah.
eventually die.
Truth be told though, is her beauty and the way she walks. That woman will wear high heels. I don't know if it's stunts, people playing that role. The way she would walk from the
No,
side
she
and
was a supermodel before she became an actress.
oh, no wonder, no wonder. You see, I haven't done
She's
my
still
research
the
about her.
face of.
I just like her the
I
way she
know. Yeah,
walks. There's a way she
she's a
walks,
supermodel. She's a
and she's in one
supermodel.
of those the Furious the cars business, the one with the Tyrese and all of that. She's in one of
Fast
those
and
movies, right?
Is
Fast and
she?
Furious, right? Yeah, I think
I
she
don't
was a
know.
bado. She was a baddie in one of those movies. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a beauty for me. Everything about the way she speaks, the way she talks, the way she carries herself, and also what she does outside of that. I think she's adopted some children. I don't know the work that she
Yeah,
does outside.
Yeah.
And she's African, so she's African. I follow her.
yeah.
I don't
Her
follow her on
children,
any social media
she
platform.
adopted black children.
I don't follow her on any social media platform. I just know about it because I read a lot. I read about everything. So I've read about her and I liked about. For me, the first thing was her beauty, and I thought
She's
this woman is
beautiful.
she's gorgeous. You know,
She's one
she's
of those people. I think
absolutely
if you met
gorgeous.
her, you probably just stare at her, like, and not
And
even know
me?
what
Are
to
you saying
say.
me? I will stare at her.
No, if I met her, if
Okay, good.
anybody,
You,
I would
me, I will stare
stare
at
at
her.
her.
I will just walk my way and
Judy's
say,
just
No,
"Aye,
no,
carrying
because
everything
aye."
up. Stop you.
I will just say, "Aye." There are plenty
when I
women
meet,
there.
no,
I'm
when I
joking.
meet beautiful people, man, woman, child, dog, I
I was
stare
joking.
like you're real. Like I just
If I saw
stare when I
Charlize,
meet.
am I pronouncing it right now? Charlize. If I met Charlize, I would be frozen in the moment. Trust me. I would be like, really? No, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I just thought I can't hide. I can't lie about that. My wife knows I talk about her all the time. She's beautiful.
So
I
what would
love her
you do
movies.
inside lockdown? You just stare at her in lockdown.
For lockdown, if she was here, you know what? I'll probably give her scripts that I've written for her to just read. That's what I'll do all day. I can't spill all the secrets here. Now, come on, DM me for more.
Alicia on one side, Charlize on the other.
You see, I like gorgeous women. You can't force me on that.
Clearly. Clearly.
You're doing well. You're doing
Thank
well.
you.
Very
Aye.
well.
Aye.
Now, so we've looked at beauty, but let's look at someone influential, somebody that, and I think I might even say this name wrong, Iyanla Vanzant.
Yep.
Have I got that
Oh.
right, G?
Right.
Iyanla.
Yes, you have. Yes. Well, she says it
writer,
with an American accent,
yeah.
but you're saying it properly. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
No,
she's
I really like her.
Iyanla.
I like her too.
I knew about her maybe, I don't know how long ago I knew about her, but I never watched anything she did or anything like that. And then during the lockdown, as most things, I watched an episode of her Iyanla Fix My Life that she does, which is basically where she takes her family or whatever. Basically, lots of people write her and tell her what their problems are. She has to fix their life or their family or whatever it is. And just the way she did it and the way she would talk, and she would still tell these people off if they're out of line or, you know. And it was just, I just got a lot from her. And I realized I actually have one of her books. It's like a small book that you just go to for different things. And because she's a spiritual person, because you know how you can go to like a life coach or something and they'll tell you, okay, do this, do that. But because she comes to it from a spiritual perspective and she does believe in God and stuff like that, it just gives you a completely different like view of issues and how to fix them and things like that. And I just learned a lot from her. And for me, anyone that I can learn from is very, very important for me because
Are you smiling, Tyler?
life, I know why they're smiling. I know. I saw what happened behind the scenes.
Yeah,
What
why
happened?
are you baiting me up, man?
I'm
Dee,
sorry, I
stop
can't
it.
hold those things in.
Man,
I'm
listen,
sorry,
I
okay,
yawned,
my bad.
but you didn't see it. I
You
yawned.
guys
Oh,
interrupted
I
my
saw that. I
didn't
saw
say
that.
it.
I saw.
conversation.
It went. Yeah, I saw
I did
that.
it quickly. I was like,
Yeah. Oh, I did see that.
No, it was the smile you put on afterwards. If you
I
could see what
saw.
Yeah,
went
that's the
about,
one I
It was
saw.
you
me.
went,
I was wondering why is he smiling like that? Just why you? What are you doing?
I
But
thought,
no,
ah,
she's
what?
just she's a very good life coach from a spiritual perspective, and I've watched so many lectures she's given, and she's just fantastic. I haven't read any of her books, but I think there's so much on YouTube, and if you want to learn a thing or two about a thing or two, every people have things to say about her. She's been through a lot, but again, she's human, whatever. But I really like her, and obviously Oprah
Exactly.
rates quite highly as well, so I do like her a lot.
and then we've got Tyler, who for lockdown would love to have the most chillaxed person, somebody that he could, as I said, you've chosen people that I would love to be with. These persons, I say, it's the fastest person on earth at the moment.
say no
Fastest
more.
person.
Ooh.
Say no more.
But I'm
Is
not
he
even
still the
taking it to that
fastest?
though. Loves to play computer games. Loves, well, it's not been tested yet. So, because he's not running races as such. But we all know who it is. We can all do the Thunderbolts. Mr. Usain Bolt.
Listen,
Yay!
that guy, yeah. Firstly, because bit of a backstory. When I was a kid, I used to be a sprinter, and I'm talking up to the age of about 2021, and then my drama school took over and whatever. But so that was always my childhood dream to be a 100 meters, 200 meter runner. So Usain Bolt is he's the pinnacle, man. He's the pinnacle of sprinting. So to just chill with the guy, and yeah, you're right. He loves his PlayStation. I love PlayStation. So I think we just chill,
And the dominoes.
PlayStation,
And
FIFA,
the
whatever,
dominoes.
dominoes. Listen, that guy.
I think is a great guy. And if I could
Yeah,
add to, if I knew it was your guy, I would have brought my pictures that I took of him. I worked as a security guard at the Olympics. I
Oh,
I
wow.
was trained as one of the guys who could detect nuclear weapons. Trust me.
Okay.
High level home office clearance. I had it.
Okay.
I was carrying some security gadgets around with me, checking people for radiation and all of that crap. Trust me. Usain Bolt is the most amazing man I've ever met.
Nice.
This guy is great. This guy is also gentle. Tyson Gale, Justin Gatlin was very arrogant, but Usain Bolt, that man is an amazing guy. When I first met him, yeah, I told some guys, I said, that's Usain Bolt walking on the streets of Newham. He was just walking about his business. And people said, no, Usain Bolt is too famous for that. I said, that is Usain Bolt. And they went to him and they said, why are you walking on your own, no bodyguards? He said, this is East London. This is where I'm from. It was that casual. And when Metropolitan Police, I'm talking of police with the guns, when they met with him, they dropped their weapons to take pictures. I took the pictures of them.
Wow.
He's so cool. He'll be like, no rush, no rush. I'm
Coolest
here.
guy.
I'm going to stand with you. Take all your pictures. That guy is.
I don't know anyone that can say they don't like Usain Bolt.
Oh no, he's an amazing guy. Trust me. I've got pictures of him. Oh, he's absolutely.
He gives back.
Absolutely.
He's very humble. He remembers his roots, and he's
Absolutely.
not long had a little princess. He's got a little baby daughter. Usain Bolt.
He's a gorgeous man.
That
Trust me.
I think, especially the young generation now, he's a hero for them. He's somebody
he
that
is
they
a
will be
gorgeous
looking
guy.
up to as they get older as well.
Yeah, very humble, very humble. I liked him. I just thought this is the biggest star on earth. It was the star attraction for the Olympics. And he is saying, don't rush. Tell them not to rush. I'll be here, stand with them, take all the pictures they want. Yeah. And it was amazing.
You know what? He proves that being a champion, it's more than just being a champion. Like if you what they call it, you can be the people's champ. Or you could not be the people's champ. You can just be the greatest in the world, but people don't like you. Or you can be the greatest and people love you. You know,
but that guy is amazing. Is amazing.
Yeah, man.
So it will be.
I think that's probably one of the reasons why he thought to himself, "I've got the championship. Let somebody else get it." It's not that he wants to keep it. He just said, "I've got it. I'm ready."
You know what I love about him as well is that his trainer. I don't know this for sure, but his trainer was like he's been with him from day, right?
For years, yes.
I think it's
yes.
It's that same guy. I remember watching a documentary on it, and he had that same trainer, from way back. People would think that when you start blowing up and getting big now, you're gonna go elsewhere and get this guy, get that guy. No,
he's very loyal. He carries his friends around. He's very much, these are my people. I remember where I'm from. I celebrate. I go back home to celebrate. I give back to my community.
I
He's
saw all of
all
that with him.
Jamaican. He's all Jamaican.
I saw
But yes,
all of that with
but
him.
I know we've spoken about professionals, we've spoken about celebrities, but this is the part that we all sort of look forward to, which is your ideal lockdown buddy, but somebody, just anybody that you'd like to spend lockdown with. Now, I thought about that and I just thought, well, there's two people for me. One of them would be, of course, my husband. I'd spend lockdown with him. I'd spend lockdown with him, lockdown upon lockdown with him. He's my best friend in everything we do. We have conversations.
No more lockdown. No more lockdown. Just end it there.
But if
Lockdown.
I could choose somebody else, I would choose my female best friend, because then, apart from the aspect of things, she ticks all the other boxes. But she would cook, she'd do my hair, she'd do my makeup, so she'd make me feel good, and then would have conversations and would have a house party. So I think having my best friend around when we're in lockdown is the other person I would choose. So Tyler, who would you choose to be in lockdown with?
I put these back. G's back, sorry.
My reception went.
Welcome back, G.
Went.
That's why we depend on Zoom.
Let me just say something funny. Is before this show started tonight, you was like, "We've never had any technical issues."
I know.
Yeah, and you jinxed it.
You done jinxed the show, didn't you? You done jinxed the show, didn't you?
No,
you did.
Even my husband ran up and went, "No!" I'm like, "Yes, I know." But yeah,
Okay.
I've had to switch the Wi-Fi off, so I'm just trying bareback or whatever.
I was about to say the person that I would choose, right? So this is a random one, but I would choose a dope videographer / DOP, which is director of photography, if anyone doesn't know, which is essentially similar to what I do.
What to your house?
Huh?
To do what to your house though?
To create dope videos and content, because I'm always behind the camera unless I'm in front of the camera acting. But I mean, I love creating videos and content and stuff like that. So I would love to have someone do that for me, so that I could be like the one in all these cool videos, because I'm always doing it for other people. So I would love that, man. Just on a day, just doing random things like making breakfast and the plates all coming spinning out. It would just be fun.
Okay.
And Jude, who would you? But actually, Jude, you gave us two, but I actually would like you just to give us just to explain to us, because I was a bit. It was a linguistic person. Noam Chomsky.
Noam Chomsky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first person I would want to spend my lockdown with, you said two, will be my wife, my family. So I'll put them as one unit. Because hang on, I've been in lockdown with them since March, and we've not killed ourselves yet. So great. Yeah. So that's great. It's going well. No, yeah. So that's fine. Then the other person will be Noam Chomsky. Noam Chomsky introduced me to so many books. He's a famous linguist. He's a cognitive scientist. He's a social critic. He's a philosopher. He's everything. He's the father of cognitive science. He's 90 odd plus. So I don't think he would want to spend his lockdown with me, because then I'll be putting him at risk, because it's past it's 90 plus. But this man, most of his books taught me about global politics and life. And what I liked about him was, what drew me to him when I read about him was how young he was when he started having interest in books. He was only 13. He would leave and travel far off from his home, that's his parents, and go into New York and go to libraries and read books and all of that. I used to do that.
I miss the library.
Yeah, I used to do that. One of my friends in Nigeria, where I lived, there was a library, and that library got bust, and they had a mobile library that was run by some Catholic church, and I would go wait upon days and hours just to get on that mobile library. And I remember he would read anything he wanted to read, anything he got his hands on, and that was me. You remember, you were Nigerians, if you remember Akara, the bean balls.
Yes.
I would go buy Akara for my mom, and they used to use the old newspaper to wrap
newspapers.
By the time you go home with the Akara, the whole newspapers was ruined with oil. I would dry those papers off and I still read. And I would go into the when I go to the toilet, then we call it latrine, I would read those papers. And it's the same thing I do now, the toilet, I would sit and read. I would read anything. And a few of my friends used to say, this guy, you're gonna go mad. You read too much. I'll pick papers on the floor and I read. So I saw those similarities with Noam Chomsky because, so I thought, you know what? If I was in a different country, I would have been a linguist. He believes in language a lot, and that's what I believe. I believe in language a lot. I believe in names. So I don't believe in just giving your children anyhow names. I believe in names are so powerful because I've never seen a Tyrese be a president of America. I will never see a
There's
Tyrese
still
be a
time.
president. So, no, it won't. So I believe in names. I believe in names a lot. You will never see a Shanice be a prime minister of Great Britain. It's far.
No, you can't say that, bro. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Did you
I'm
ever
saying
think
that
that
because of what I
Barack
know.
would become a president?
You can quote me. You will never see a Chinese be a prime minister. Trust me.
You can't say that.
Chinese, I mean Chinese.
You can't say that.
You're shutting
Yeah,
down
but I
Tunisian
can say
countries,
it
bro.
because of language, what language and linguistic does. I can say that. It is what it is.
But did you
I
think
can
that
say
Barack would have become the president?
Nothing.
yes, Barack is powerful. That's why you, oh, no. Oh, D, thank goodness you asked me. Do you want to know what his name was? Do you want to know what his name was? His name was Barack Obama's name is Barry Soetoro. Why did he change it? No, I'm asking you. Why did he change it? What is George Osborne's name?
I didn't know he changed his name.
Yes, his name is Barry Soetoro. That's Barack Obama's name. Barry Soetoro. His first name is Barry. His mother married Soetoro from Indonesia. He changed his name. It was Barry Soetoro. Coming into politics, he had to change back to Barack Obama. That name is powerful.
I thought his name was from his dad because his dad gave him his name.
Of course, yes, but when the mother married somebody else, he had to take the name of his stepfather. That is Soetoro. So he was known all his formation years. He was known as Barry Soetoro. But that name is rubbish. Barry Soetoro can never be a president. Barry Soetoro will be a drug dealer somewhere. No offense.
Yeah, but then he didn't change it back to Obama because he thought he'd be president. If anything,
you don't know. Go read about it. I want to ask you. Go check. Go read about Boris Johnson. Read about Margaret Thatcher. Read about Theresa May. Read about George Osborne, Gordon Brown, Tony Blair, and see what their names really are. Even Sting, the musician. They all have to change their names. There is a belief in those names. That's why we don't name our children anyhow names from Africa. We always have the Osa and the all of that. Yeah, because they carry a lot. That's what language does. That's what linguist does. That's what I believe. That's why I choose and I picked Noam Chomsky because he believes in
I can imagine you and your what's his name? I can't say it.
Noam Chomsky.
Noam Chomsky.
In lockdown and the conversation. I would love to. That's another one that I'd love to see the fly.
I think it will be one way. It'll be one way. Because
you'd be listening and he'd be talking.
Yes, exactly. He will be talking. I will just listen. If he allows me to go with the whiskey, I will. But I will be listening and he will do all the talking.
I think that would be really. I think that would be amazing to watch. Just to see because
I don't think so. I think only Jude would want to watch.
No, only to see because Jude won't be saying anything back. No, because Jude won't be saying anything back.
No, it's okay. I can imagine it, but I don't want to listen to two linguistics.
Lastly, who would you take if you could just choose anyone? Who would you take to stay with you in lockdown?
I think I picked my brothers and my sisters. As I don't know why they're two separate people, but in my mind they are because I really racked my brain about that one, and I thought the only other people that I interact with quite a lot on WhatsApp are my sisters. We have a WhatsApp sister group, and I miss them a lot. I mean. One is here in Rickmansworth, the other two are back home, but it's just not that we had the option for them all to be here, but they're just the ones I'd like to spend time with. I think for me,
something about sibling love.
Spending time with family for me is the big deal, and we have so much fun. And then my brothers, because I don't see them enough. So if I did have to pick anyone to spend, because actually one of my brothers got stuck here in transit last year. He was on his way he was from Barbados when he was doing medical school to Nigeria for a short holiday. And he said, oh, let me branch and see my sisters I have not seen in 2-3 years. And then he was stuck here for 6 months. So we saw him.
Wow.
Well. Mm-hmm. And I think in all that time, we really had more fun. I only fought with him. I'm the oldest, so I get to set everyone off. I'm also the shortest, which is never easy. So they have to sit down and I have to tell them off.
You said you're short, though. Now I see where that thing come from. I didn't say you were short.
So when I'm average height for a lady, I beg your pardon.
Which is what?
You're what? I ain't telling you.
5'5".
Okay. They are tall. I'm talking 6'3", 6'4". So
Oh boy,
imagine trying
that's
to
tough.
tell someone off and you're looking up like this. So they have to come down, innit?
I'm short.
But
I'm
yeah,
short in
so
front of them.
I know exactly. So it was just good to have him
What do you mean
around.
exactly?
But I'd like, but I'd like to have them. Those are the only two I can think of that. It's just family, that you can't see. I mean, if we had more choice, there'd be my friends and whatever, like friends I go to stay over with, and just random people. I mean, there are people I've already started booking. Like once this lockdown is over, I'm coming around. I'm staying the whole weekend. I'm not going anywhere, sort of thing. So just family, really.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
As always, I've had an amazing evening with my panelists, or with the panelists. We've had a wonderful evening just talking about who would love to spend lockdown with.
Nice.
You can tell that you have a variety. We are all different. We all have different likes, different dislikes, and we are thankful that, well, we're hopeful that we will be coming out of lockdown in regards to not having to really think about who we want to be locked up with. Okay, as Jude would say, it's not locked down, it's locked up. We don't want to be locked up. But yes, if you share with us, write in our comments, tell us what you think. What do you think, and how do you feel in regards to this whole lockdown? How do you feel? Who would you want to spend lockdown with? Let us, we will comment, we will respond back. Let us know how you feel about that. But today, as I said, we've gone through a variety of personalities. We spoke about different people. We've had a laugh. So if you can please just hit the subscribe, hit the notification so the bell will just bing for you,
Tyler's
and also the like. Tyler's got a hand up.
One thing, Shanice, if you're watching.
Or is he frozen?
No, Shanice, if you're watching, I'm
going to
make sure you're Prime Minister.
Girl.
I'm going to make sure you're Prime Minister, Shanice. I'm going to do everything I can to ensure that you are Prime Minister.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Shanice. I'm so sorry, Tyrese. You can be anything you want to be. Trust me. Sorry.
One thing I can say is, being in lockdown, we've all had the time to reflect. Being locked up in our rooms, we've had the time to reflect. Quite a lot of people have come out as philosophers. They can tell you who and what they want to be. But thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week. We're here every week, so we hope to see you next Sunday at 8:30.
At least now you know it's live.
Real. See you later, people.
Bye. Oh, Wi-Fi, bloody Wi-Fi.
It's all right. It's live.
You jinxed it, man. You jinxed it, girl.
It's live.
We've never had
annoying
issue.
No, it's not. I don't.
What?
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's fine.